Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. For those of you who are a bit cash strapped, there's a great trading opportunity for you today where you can make quite a few million on each run, depending on the size of your ship of course. It's this week's community goal, so I'm going to head on over there, but before I do that I need to pick up my Type 9 so we can do a bit better trading and have more cargo capacity there. Now the Type 9 is still sitting in the system LTT 4961. And that's where I was doing a previous community goal a while ago. You may remember it was for a group called Null, and they wanted to create a new asteroid base for a team member they had who unfortunately passed away. This is called Greg's Legacy, and you can see it here on the system map. So my T9 is stored there at Conway Station, but en route, why not have a look at the new station here, the new asteroid base. Approaching was a rather remarkable sight here. Seeing all the ships travelling to and fro from whatever destination they're going to there in the super cruise. Now you do see this from time to time, but on occasion it looks better than others. So there you can see Conway City, I called it Conway Station a moment ago. And right here, down in the rings themselves, you can see Greg's Legacy. Now I'm fully aware that some people don't particularly like seeing things inside ring systems, and I do know from my video stats that every time I drop into a ring system, you get a sharp drop off in viewer numbers. But bear with me for a moment because the view here is rather spectacular and it's well worth hanging around for. Not all ring systems are equal, and this one is certainly one of the better ones. So the asteroid base here is a large, massive asteroid. We've seen them before, but this one does look rather impressive, doesn't it? Just look at that. Some while ago, I believe it was back in 2015, I did a series called The Best Damn Places in the Galaxy. And there I'd go round various locations from Nebula to stations and document some of the best looking locations out there. Now this certainly would fit the bill, and I'm actually wondering whether or not it's worth revisiting that series and doing a few more episodes of that. If it's something you'd like to see, do let me know in the comment section below, because I'm more than open to doing some of those videos. So then, after a brief visit here, it was time to pick up the Type 9 and head on over to the latest community goal. Now this, unusually, is a 3-stage community goal. We've done the stages 1 and stages 2. This one is the third, and the idea is to construct 3 starports along the route between the inhabited system of the core worlds and Colonia. Now so far these CGs have been completed very quickly. The first was completed by the weekend, the Saturday I believe. The second I think completed on the Sunday, so they're usually completed within a few days. The protecting one, the bounty hunting one, takes a little bit longer, and that's unusual, but the reason for that is because there's no resource extraction site located right in this system, but there is one in a neighbouring system, so it's not too far to travel. The appeal to the trade one though is the sheer volume of money you can actually make per item on each commodity. So if you've got a small ship, you can even come out here in a hauler if you want, if you're not that well off, and you will make a bit of money. It's a good way to slowly build things up. If you've got a Type 6 or a Type 7, then be certain to come out here as well. If you've got a Type 9 no or something bigger, then you're in for a good lot of money. Palladium is selling for just over 12,000 credits per unit here in this particular system. This is Dalton Terminal in the Guanyin system. And yeah, it's actually very close to the Kamadhenu system right here, so you're about to make it in just a few jumps. Now, if by chance you do come here and it's actually sold out of Palladium, which as you noticed it hasn't got a huge stock of, so sooner or later that's going to sell out, there is quite a sufficient quantity in neighbouring systems. So yeah, do go check out them. Have a look at the website eddb.io as well if you haven't done that. No, I've got to admit there's been some stunning vistas on these particular trade runs, and that's largely due to the quality of lighting here. Very nice. So when you hand in the commodities here, you'll find out that you can make nearly 5,000 credits profit per unit, and in a Type 9 that totals to nearly 2.5 million credits per run. And that's still quite a significant profit even if you're going to come out in a Type 6. Bear in mind you can purchase a Type 6 fairly cheaply, and it doesn't take too much to cost to actually outfit one of those ships. Now, if you're ever actually wondering about the nature of the tier unlocks here, as we go down, you'll see I'm in the top 75%, and another trip actually carried me into the top 50%. But it's not actually clear before you do your delivery which percentage you'll actually make it into. Now, fortunately, there's a great little website here, and you can see there's two sections to it. One is the data entry form, and the other is the website that we want itself, the spreadsheet rather. And this has been created by a Commander Provan. I hope I've pronounced your name correctly there. What it allows us to see is the brackets we need to reach in order to get to the next percentage up. And somehow someone in the top 10 commanders has already reached 47,000 units actually delivered. So yeah, that's quite a sum. But you can also see the brackets for the other tiers. You need between 300 and 1500 or so to get into the top 75%. And so on. Now, you can also change the list down here for your ship type. And what that will do is tell you the number of runs you'll actually need. So to get 15%, you need 13 runs in a type 9. Now, down at the bottom of the page here, you can see a tab for CG2, and that will give us the details for the bounty hunting community goal. And that will tell you what you need to reach which tier. So, yeah, very, very handy. So, logging back into Open again, I headed out in my new Type 9 Beluga and found an invulnerable ship outside that was taking a massive pounding from both the station as well as the security forces. Fortunately for whoever this guy was, his ship seemed to be completely indestructible, so he just sat there and took the beating, probably mercilessly laughing at the people around him attempting to destroy him and get rid of him. Unfortunately for these guys, they had their work cut out and actually come back a little bit later still to see them shooting at him, so who knows what was going on here. Another run though, and well, without any problem. I didn't get any interdictions or anything like that. The players left me alone, thankfully enough, and we made another 2.5 million. So you can do this very, very quickly and make yourself a good chunk of money in a short amount of time. All the details you need you can find in the video description below. And for now, I think that brings us to the end of this video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.